Hello, my name is Thatcher.
And I'm Jerry Lynn.
This is Jerry Lynn, my wife. We're old people. I'm 44.
46.
And we have 5 kids. The oldest is a sophomore in college and our youngest is almost 8. And we've been doing CrossFit for about 2 years. And we have a really cool gym that we'd like to show to you guys. We've put together our collection of stuff over the couple of years, mostly from used things, or we've built a lot of things ourselves. This is our second CrossFit gym because we moved here about a year and a half ago. We had one at our last home. But we really enjoy it. We've noticed huge changes in our health and strength and so forth. We come out here at 5 in the morning most mornings. We usually do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, take Thursday off, and then do Friday, Saturday, and take Sunday off. That's our usual schedule. It gets cold out here because we live up in northeastern Washington, but by the time we're done with the CrossFit warm-up, we're usually plenty warm, as long as we wear gloves and a hat. We have a 3-car gym. And at first we decided we'd configure it so we could park cars in here when we wanted to, but we never did want to get our gym dirty, so we don't park in here. But we do work out in here all the time. We start in this corner where we have many of our implements of torture with, of course, several PVC pipes for training. We have a ladies bar, one of the cheapo ladies bar that I bought before I knew anything about barbells. And I didn't know it was a woman's bar or that it was a cheapo bar. And here's some equipment that I have purchased to make a slosh pipe. I'm hoping to get to that today to build a slosh pipe. Our jump ropes, I've been through many different kinds of jump ropes, trying to find one that suited me best. This one is by far the best. I love this thing. I rock the double unders now. I have a heavy bag. All of this stuff really I bought used when we first started working out, doing CrossFit. This is my other bar, which I also bought along with actually the rack and the dumbbells and so forth, all together, bench. And I bought this before I knew anything about bars. So this, I think, just a bench press bar. It doesn't have knurling all the way out here for the snatch grip, and it doesn't have it in closer to the center for even shoulder presses. So I put grip tape on here and here, and but it's pretty high quality with bushings and so forth. But I'm hoping to get a better bar for my birthday next month. And then I'll have 3 bars, so I can really do 3 bars a day. I do like doing my sit-ups in here with the sit-up bar, or I'll do them out there, depending on which kind of sit-ups I'm doing. You can see the different weights that I've collected. I did have to buy the bumper plates new. I bought this squat rack used, and it had a weight stack on the back that I took off so that I could get back there. But I had the company, what is it? Tough Stuff, build me these hooks to go on the front. I used to just have this one set of hooks on the back, but they fabricated these for me for fairly cheap, and I put them on. These little racks to hold our bumper weights out of PVC. This floor here, you might notice, is linoleum. I just bought the cheapest linoleum I could find, and what I did here is most garages slope several degrees towards the door to keep water from running in. And it's not great to be lifting weights when you're standing sideways. And I wanted to put the squat rack there instead of on a more level spot. So what I did was I cut real thin wedges of 2x4 that are about 1 inch thick on this end and go down to nothing on that end. They're 8 feet long. And then I put every 2 inches, or actually 1.5 inches, I put one of those wedges. So there's a ton of wedges under here, and then I used construction adhesive to put 3/4 inch tongue and groove plywood on the top. So it's quite level and sturdy, and I don't have to worry about standing sideways when I'm doing my Olympic lifts, which I usually do right here. These mats are horse stall mats that I bought at the feed store. And we buy a few every once in a while. We haven't bought any in a while because we have enough. get a few more, but here we have our glue ham developer. We had to, after my friend who works out here, or did for a while, bent it and broke it, we had to do the Calvin modification. So we welded a triangle in here, and it's as sturdy as you need it to be now. Of course, we have music, our clamps. I bought this a while ago and I thought I might use it for several things, but I don't think ever really used it yet. But a few things like that. Bought some mats on eBay. They work real nice. 2-inch kind of high density polyethylene. We got 2 8-foot mats, so I can configure it either in an 8-foot square or 16 feet by 4 if I'm going to do hand walking. Here's our dumbbells. Bought a whole set. You know, I never use the 10-pounders, but I'm hoping my kids and others who visit sometimes do. I have a set of kettlebells, and for the same reason I bought a full range of sizes. And I've had my kids out here working out from time to time, and they use those. These things are for our towel pull-ups. Those things will kill you though, so I had to get a rope, and I'll show you my rope a little bit later. My brother Ira is a sign painter, and he painted the house inside and out, and as part of the deal, I asked him if he'd make me a piece. And this is what the sign painter, I guess, would call a piece. CrossFit Bazanos. My pull-up bar, it's got several stations, several different widths. We got the 1 1/4 inch and the 3/4 inch pipe. And several people can work out at the same time. We also hang our sets of rings. I do ring dips here. I don't have a dip station yet. I've got some plans to build one of those. Do our ring dips and our progressions here. Pull-ups here. Here we do our muscle ups and other workouts that require rings that are mounted higher. Recently I built these rings that are wooden, and I can't believe how much better a wooden ring is than a plastic or a metal one. These things rock. I was able to make these out of some Finnish birch or Finnish beech plywood. That's what they call it. We built these plyo boxes. They're nesting boxes. They all will nest in one pile, but we like to have them all out most of the time. And we use this one most of all to get up onto the bar or so forth. And then our 24-inch box that we jump on, 20-inch. 16-inch box. It's our chalk, our box of supplies, usually just my tape under wrap, some grip tape, and flashlight for when it's dark outside and we have to run. Have our Dynamax balls, the 20, the 14, and we bought a 6-pound ball too. To squat to and for the kids to use. Record our workouts and times here, you can see, just so we can remember what's on the main site. Sometimes we write them down because we can't remember. We post them here, we can look at them and remember them. We have our Fight Gone Bad worksheets, score sheets, articles from the main site. You know, and for big workouts, we'd get them. We had a lot of people in the gym a few times. We'd put this up so people could remember what we're doing. Broken jump ropes and so forth. This is a 23.5 pound backpack. We're doing Murph or weighted stuff. Our foam rollers. This was kind of soft and small for me, so I ended up getting this one, which is PVC with a little bit of foam on the outside. Use this for our weighted pull-ups, put around our waist. Parallettes, the PVC. The 50-pound sandbag, it's actually wood pellets inside, great tip from the main site. Of course, the C2 rower, you gotta have one of those. So I got sick of doing towel pull-ups, so we ended up putting a rope together. I have a forged link here that we back spliced on to our 1.5-inch sisal rope. Got the ends whipped so they don't fray. And then off the main side I saw London Brigham, I think that was his name. He taught us how to do a 4-in-hand braid. This one's a little small for me. but my kids like it, and I think I'll follow his other instructions and put a core in there of a thicker rope. Do the same braid around the outside and have a thicker rope sometime. But I love doing projects like that. Our bench goes with the rack. Don't use it very often, but when we do, it's great. So we have our heater too. Looks a lot like Pat's heater, but you know there's no insulation in the ceiling here, and it takes a while to heat up. So we just put on our hats and our gloves and do our workouts. It's cheaper that way anyway. So obviously we have to go outside a lot when we're doing CrossFit workouts. You can see we live in a rural area. There's no CrossFit boxes around here, so maybe travel time would be kind of prohibitive. So we enjoy doing our workouts here. I got sick of doing towel pull-ups like I mentioned, so I put this beam here, this steel beam I bolted to the side of the house and put a big forged hook on the end of there. You can see how it's mounted all the way back on the house. So there's a long piece of steel up to the corner of the house, and that's a real strong part of the house there. And several long bolts through that angle iron that's welded on the side. And that piece of steel there, it's even bigger than you would use to make a trailer hitch. I'll tell you what this stick is for. We found this in the grass. What we do is we put our hook on the loop there, and then I turn it up. And this could be a workout all by itself, I guess. A little bit of accuracy, precision. But it usually takes me a minute to get it on there. But it goes on relatively easy. And then we can do our workouts. No problem. And the reason I want to be able to take it up and down is, as you can see, it's raining a little bit today and it snows and so forth, and it'll ruin my rope. So we climb it. And just to the bottom here, this is 15 feet. You can go higher if you want. No reason to. Jerry Lynn doesn't dig the fact that she's got a big metal hook hanging from the front of her house. But she's a good sport.
And I like a sexy husband.
What I've done too is measure different routes outside. So starting from the lip of the garage here, the threshold of the garage, we run out and run up our little hill. That little hill gets pretty big when you're in a long ways into a big workout. So we run out this way, up the hill. Usually we use the 200-meter turnaround point. That's the pile of rocks we use to mark 200 meters. So we turn around here, run back home to the threshold of the garage, and that's 400 meters. We like doing tire flip this tire, and it's deceptively heavy for how big it looks. It's really a good workout flipping that tire. So we'll go back and forth on the driveway flipping that tire. Or a log that I cut from one of our trees, stripped off the bark, and I'm hoping to make a set of different weight, different size logs to do some strongman work with. So we've enjoyed showing you our gym. We can actually do any of the main site WODs that come up. We have all the equipment plus a little bit, and we love doing it.